All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Cody and John with Nothing But Cardboard, and today we have 14 cracked cards back from PSA. This is part 2 of John's submission, so stay tuned and let's see what we got inside.
All right, guys, so hopefully you saw part 1 video. That order was fire, and if we learned one thing, they don't always hit you with upcharges when they should hit you with upcharges. So I had 2 cards in that order that should have been upcharged that were not, which makes me very hopeful for this order because there's a couple more potential upcharges in this one. But
sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my screen on the throw my phone on the screen here so you can see what I'm seeing. And we have 14 slabs. A lot of them are HGA, 1 PHA, and then 4 BGS cards, and then a random gym card, Gym Grading Company. This is an Aaron Rodgers rookie card that I picked up.
Touché.
So we're gonna go through this. I'll explain a little bit of how I got some of these as we go. So the 6 HGA cards on this side, they all came in one lot. So I got all of them for $300.
Ooh,
so I
remember that one.
I got a really good deal. Somebody on eBay, he's like, hey, you want to buy all these? I was like, yeah. Send them all. So I bought them all. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. So the first one is a Tua Tagovailoa. This is a hollow rated rookie. It was an HGA 9, and I tried to do that. I tried to get 9s with potential at bumping up to a 10. And this one was a 9 for the surface, an 8.5. And I don't remember anything about these cards, but I tried to clean them up best I could.
Yeah, you pre-graded it after you cracked it a 10.
A 10. So I thought this was going to be a 10. And it got a Jim 10. Let's go. Starting hot. We go from a 9 to a 10.
Yeah, so you actually had, and this includes HGA's grading cost, so the purchase price of the cards plus the PSA grading, and you got that for $64.79, and it resells at $160, and I can tell you it's going up right now.
It is.
Good card.
Tua is a good guy to have, and here's another good Tua card to have. This one was the one that actually got me interested in the lot. So this is the light blue prism, which is hard to get. And if you look at my buy price for this, $40 for this card.
Yeah, I think that's actually pretty cheap.
And this one actually had better subgrades than the last one. Had better centering, 9s on everything else. But it was a mint 9 card. I don't remember what I pre-graded this.
You pre-graded this a 9.
Ooh, and it got an 8. Apparently I missed something on this one. I don't know. The grader's been pretty good up to this point. So
yeah, now it's actually early into the submission. That was an interesting one. Okay.
I don't remember what it was for, but is what it is.
It's something.
Honestly, you crack this and you sell it raw and you make probably your money back. So.
Yeah, I'm sure the light blues go for more than 40. That's almost the cost of a hollow. So
too bad.
Yeah.
We are
keep it going.
We're either going up
this
or down.
One I'm so interested in.
So this is a funny story behind this card.
Oh my God.
So this has been graded at least twice. Once by Cody over here.
It's almost been graded 3 times.
This is the 3rd time it's been graded.
Yeah.
So Cody bought this card. He graded it. He thought it was probably, I don't remember, a 9.
That was a 9. Yep.
He got an 8 on it. All right. He sold it. Somebody cracked it, resubmitted it, and it also got an 8. Yep. And so I was like, okay, well, here it is. I got it for a steal. I don't know. What did I pay for this?
You got this for $91.
$91.
$112 including grading.
And I was like, this is at least a 9. There's actually a smudge or something. There's something funky going on the back of this card that I was able to get off. So I was like, surely it won't grade an 8 3 times in a row, right? Well,
this is the ultimate test if PSA looks at the serial number.
Yeah, this is the ultimate test right here. I think I pre-graded it a 9. Okay, well, what can you expect?
You tried. I didn't tell John that was the card I graded myself until after he purchased it when he showed me the listing.
Yeah, I had no idea.
That is my card, John.
Honestly, I don't know what they hit this for an 8 for. Maybe the centering up and down. I know from all the selects that I've seen, typically the Dolphins logo is a little further down. But I don't know. Other than that, it was a pretty clean card. So, 2 8s. That's already more than I was expecting to get.
But I will, real quick though, $112 for the 8, right?
Yeah.
That's how much you have into it.
Yeah.
I sold it last year for more than that.
Yeah. So I wasn't worried about it. I knew I was going to get my money back. I was like, this would be an interesting test to see if PSA looks at their own pop report.
Which, if this is the card that's going to tell it all, it's a yes.
Yeah, so perhaps sometimes they do check the pop report, but not if the card is more than it should be. All right, so anyway, moving along. So this is Jalen Hurts, Purple Shock, rated rookie. Pretty decent subgrades. It got an 8.5 for edges because there was almost like the fuzzies on the edges, if you've ever seen those. Jim and John made a video on how to remove those. Plug that right here with some painter's tape so you can get that off. Pretty decent looking card. What did I pre-grade this?
You still graded it a 9 after.
So I didn't think it was gonna bump up, but it did bump up. So no 9s. It's either a 10 or an 8 apparently.
That's awesome.
There you go, Jalen Hurts, PSA 10.
So you had $71 into it. You're gonna double your money. It sells currently for $150.
Which is good because I think I would have lost money if it didn't gym out. So.
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that though. So another one. So that is 3 of the 4 cards from the HGA lot that I bought.
Yep.
Here's the 4th one. I think this one actually would have been an HGA 9.5 if they resubbed it because it has the 2 9.5s. So this is a red, white, and blue prism. There it is. It looked pretty clean to me.
Yeah. You actually still pre-graded it after you cracked it a 9.
Yeah, pre-graded 9 for whatever reason, and I got my first 9.
So you're right.
First 9 right there.
So as a 9, you will take a little bit of a loss on that one. It's $50 currently, but I think you're making up with the other ones.
I got the lot from the guy.
Yeah.
You know, so
like you said, if it has the potential, if it's for sure at least a 9 and it has a potential of 10, send it.
And by that time, I had already cracked them, and I was like, it's too late now. Yeah. Now this one that might be a little buyer's remorse right here if it doesn't gym out. So this is a Justin Herbert. It had 3 9.5s. I was like, oh, that's got to be a gym, right?
Well, you pre-graded it 10, so yeah, let's hope so.
I was like, okay, well, I was like, I have to send it because I cracked it, and either way, I'm gonna lose money if it's not a 10, and we got a 9. So
okay,
I cracked it, and I was like, ooh, this could go either way.
Yeah,
I was like, not a sure thing, unfortunately.
I will say, I know this doesn't have any impact, and you probably care less, but the preview imagery versus the standard Donruss Optic image, the preview wins.
Yeah,
hands down. So cool.
Crazy thing, automatically, I've only revealed 6 cards right now.
Yep.
2 of each, 8, 9s, and 10s. I've already had a worse order than I have in my last one. So I've already had more 8s and 9s
versus raw cards.
Yeah, my raw cards have been doing way better. But that just might be because I'm sending anything I crack. So.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, I think only 2 of those cards you predicted a 10, maybe 3.
That's true.
So
here's one I'm hoping gets a 10. So this is a Joe Burrow Blue Hyper Optic. I don't remember what I pre-graded this.
You pre-graded a 10.
I thought it looked clean, apparently.
Love that card.
And it was clean. That's a big one right there.
So that was the last card from the HGA lot, right?
Correct.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so as a 10, 265. So you made enough profit to offset those other cards.
Yeah, 265, and I had what into that?
90.
90. Yeah,
grading.
so that's great. That's great.
Yep.
So 3 of the 6 HGA 9s bumped up to a 10. 1 bumped down to an 8. The others stayed at 9. So that's... Well, actually, no, one was a 9.5. But
if I'm going to say one thing, that is the one card, I guess you kind of... No. I mean...
That's the one I'd want to bump up. Yeah.
The disco was... There's no shot.
Well, that one wasn't from the HGA lot, so it is what it is. Okay, so this is an interesting one. I've only cracked...
Pause.
Yes.
This is when the submission kind of starts upticking here. Yeah, those were all quarterbacks, but John's getting a little nervous because we're getting into the Pujols and Ichiro section, so stay tuned, all right?
So
don't lose interest here.
This is a Gym Grading Inc.
Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. So from what I've read, very disreputable. They do have some fakes in some of them, but I think that's more for the paper cards. This one did look legit to me. It did get a 10. I think I pre-graded it a 9 because of the centering. But the one thing about this card is all of them are off-centered like this, left to right. Every single card that came off the line. So I don't expect this one to be a 10, but if it is, it's going to be big.
I know when you looked at PSA 10s, were they that centered?
They all look pretty much like this. Maybe slightly more centered, but every single one is centered like this. The 9s are worse than this.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, but I think it's a 9. So we got a 9. So that's okay. That's okay.
All right. So as a 9, 305. So you make your money back because you have 270 into it.
So that'll pay for the eBay.
You can't be upset when you think it's going to be a 9 and
No,
gets the same
I was
card.
like, you know what? I gotta send it, right?
Yeah.
You gotta send it. Okay, so these cards I'm excited for.
Me too.
This is an interesting one. So this is a Travis Kelce Blue Wave 8.5, and it was an 8.5 for centering and surface. I was able to make the surface a little bit better through various magical methods, but the centering I didn't think was bad.
Wait, you're telling me you can't fix centering yet?
Can't
though?
fix centering.
Come
So
on, bro.
I saw some PSA 10s with the same centering. So a lot of the
So
blue
left to right.
waves looked like they were off a little bit left to right, just like this one. That being said, I think this is a 9, right?
You pre-graded it, so
And it is a 9,
Okay.
which is good. That's
Okay.
good. With that centering, I would expect that to be a 9.
yeah, but that's a huge card even at a 9 because you have 140 into it and it still sells.
Well,
for
that's wrong. That's wrong.
That's wrong?
I think it's 250 is what that one goes for.
Okay, I was about to say $670, so let's go with 250. 250 for the blue wave refractor.
Yeah, that's a little better. Okay,
Because that's not numbered, right?
not numbered. No.
Okay.
All right, so we have one more Travis Kelce. This is the one that I was hoping was going to bump up to a 10. So this one was originally a 9, but it's a new HGA 9.5 with that subgrade there. I thought this was pretty clean. Centering is better on this card than the last one.
Okay.
As you can see,
But for some reason, you still thought it was going to be a 9.
I still give it a 9, but I was more optimistic. Cody.
Okay, gotcha.
And we got a 9, so
Okay.
2 9s.
Okay.
Can't be too mad about that.
I'm going to assume that it probably follows the same price as the blue wave, probably about $250.
Yep.
So-
Okay, so crackers have definitely not been quite as sweet as my first order was, but I
Sure.
do have 4 big cards remaining here. One was a BGS 9.5, and only one way to see how these grade. So I swore to Cody I was not going to buy. That's not the right card. I swore to Cody I was not going to buy.
Is this that fake chrome finish?
Wait, where are we?
Late editions?
Late edition, this one right here. I swore to Cody I was not going to buy any more late edition Albert Pujols cards, but I got such a deal on this one. What did I pay for this?
You paid $115.
$115, and a 9 goes for,
$150.
and a 9 goes for, what did I grade this? An 8?
You graded it and it came as BGS
I was
9.
like,
Yeah.
no way this doesn't get a 9, right? And then I cracked it, and I was like, oh, that might be an 8. So there it is. The reason, I think there was some whitening on the edges that dinged this a little bit, but pre-graded an 8, and it got an 8. So
Wow,
kind
spot on.
of what I was thinking there. So at an 8, I've sold these for about 120.
As an 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're breaking even, unfortunately, on that one.
I mean, can you show the viewers that? That is such a fake chrome. Like,
It's not a chrome, it's a foil. It says
here's
chrome,
the actual chrome versus that chrome.
and that's a nice chrome. That's a PSA 10
yeah, it
chrome.
is. That's why I grabbed it.
So yeah, one is clearly foil,
So fake.
one is not. Yeah,
I mean, it's not a fake card, but it's
I'm gonna push these over
It's
a little
bootleg.
bit here.
all right.
3 more cards. Let's hope they're better than that one.
Yep.
I'm hoping.
Here's the heat.
I don't know if there's gonna be any gyms, but fingers crossed there's a gym here. So this one I paid for, and it might have been a mistake because this was
I paid for it.
a BGS 9.5 gym
Yeah.
mint. So this was already a gym mint. I was like, let's roll the freaking dice. And there it is. Albert Pujols,
And-
rookie chrome.
So you did pre-grade this a 10 after you cracked it, and I do just want to say this was the card before your Ichiro 10.
Yeah, this could have been my heart saying that it should be a 10. And it got a 9. Dang it.
I thought it was a 10 when I first looked at it. Okay.
Was a 9. So that's going to be
Sorry.
a loss there. But the other Ichiro makes up for it. Let's put the 9s over here. I've had a lot of 8s this submission, Cody.
You have. So,
2
oddly
cards
enough,
left.
all of the pre-graded cards
Are not doing well.
are not performing as well. But
No.
225 at an 8, so the loss is just minimal.
So I have 2 of these Ichiro cards left. As I just showed on the screen, I did have the raw one grayed out at a 10.
Yes, you did.
I had an 8.5 and a 9. One was for surface. The other one doesn't have subgrades, I don't think. Oh, it does. And it was for centering, got an 8. Everything else was clean. So I think I pre-graded both of these 9s.
So you did pre-grade both of these now.
The centering on this one up and down, I think, was the reason that this one got knocked down. So I'm kind of expecting a 9 here. Oof, and he got an 8. Got an 8. Did me dirty on that one.
Okay.
Which means this is the 9 that I'm hoping for. Oh, and this is actually,
Yeah, it's the Ichiro.
this is the other one. Okay, hang on. I thought I
kind
had
of
two of
lost
those.
me there for a little
I
bit.
lost you. So I only had one of those in the order. I had another one of these. So this is the Ichiro Pujols BGS 9. So the reason this one had an 8.5 for surface is there was a print line that was right here. I made it better. The centering on this card is fantastic, as you can see, which is the reason I bought this card.
Yeah, looks nice. BGS 9 too. So,
but I have a feeling this one is a 9 because of that surface issue. And we did get a 9. So, is what it is. I think I break even or make a little bit of money off of that one.
you might lose $1 or
I'll
two,
make-
but
okay.
yeah, it's 300 currently, but I'm sure you can squeeze it.
So, moral of the story: crossovers did not do so well. Actually, this one should be over here. We had a lot of 9s, so I guess that's what you should expect, right? You have a bunch of other labeled 9s. You cross them over, you get a bunch of 9s, you get a bunch of 8s, and then you get a couple 10s. So
one of those 8s has been an 8 2 other times. So,
so it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
but the 3 10s that I did get, I'm glad it was the Joe Burrow,
for sure.
Jalen Hurts,
Hurts.
not bad, and then the
Yeah.
Hollow Tua.
All
So those
the
are all
20 quarterbacks.
decent cards. I wish one of those baseball cards would have bumped up,
Sure.
but I can't complain because I already had 2 10s in the last order. So
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, like you said, I mean, most of these cards were either a 9. They're mostly 9s.
They're all 9s,
So
pretty
the
much.
fact that you got mostly 9s is,
what are you gonna expect, right?
I mean, you can't.
So that was it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this order. I guess I got kind of what I expected here. I was maybe hoping for a little bit better, but overall, as a complete order, absolutely thrilled with it. Absolutely thrilled with this. So
That's
thank you
what
guys so much for joining, and we will see you on the next one.